Khamis Mushait is a city located in southwest Saudi Arabia, known for its cool climate, agricultural lands, and as a major urban center in the Asir region. The city's geography, characterized by its elevation and proximity to mountains, occasionally makes it susceptible to extreme weather events, including heavy rains that can lead to flooding. The influence of monsoon winds can bring in moisture, leading to significant rainfall in a region that is generally arid. These climatic conditions, combined with the city's infrastructure and drainage capacity, can result in flooding, impacting urban areas, agriculture, and transportation routes. A rare weather phenomenon blankets Asir province in Saudi Arabia with hail and floods, disrupting daily life and prompting concerns about climate change's influence on weather patterns. Residents of Asir province in Saudi Arabia woke up to an unusual weather event, with heavy hail and flooding causing widespread disruption in cities like Abha and Khamis Mushait. Heavy rain was experienced in most of the governorates and cities of the region, including the cities of Abha and Khamis Mushait, in addition to the governorates of Rijal Alma, Al-Namas, and Tanuma. The rain was accompanied by hailstones that covered many of the main roads and streets. The local authorities have mobilized municipal workers and field teams to remove hailstones, which fell heavily on the main roads and streets in the region, so as to restore the disrupted vehicular movement. Rain received in several governorates of the Asir region such as Balkarn, Bark, Mahayil, Al-Majarida, Sarat Ubaida, Ahad Rufaida, and some town centers affiliated with the governorates of Tarib, Al-Amwa, and Bisha. The city of Abha, the governorates of Al-Namas and Tanuma, and their affiliated town centers were covered with fog that resulted in a drop in temperatures to less than 10 degrees in high-altitude locations such as Al-Suda Center. Heavy rains led to torrents flowing through some valleys and reefs, forming floodwater in farms and valleys. On Saturday, flash floods spawned by heavy rains trapped drivers in their cars, forcing Saudi Arabian authorities to decide to close schools and universities. Under stormy skies, Saudi Arabia seemed swallowed by expanding seas, with flooding and torrential rains submerging streets and homes, sowing gridlock for hapless residents and visitors. Properties and vehicles were unable to withstand the destructive force of the mighty water, causing massive losses for the city. Key streets were marked closed, leaving no passage. Meanwhile, Mecca whispered prayers through the overnight downpour. The National Meteorological Center had issued cautions on Friday, hoping that people would take heed as rain kept falling from gentle to fierce, blanketing everywhere. Amidst the tragedy, there were moments of a tenacious will to live, as images showed residents using plastic sheets as makeshift boats to traverse flooded streets. The call rang out, everyone keep updating to stay prepared with flexible responses from natural disasters that can strike any time. In Saudi Arabia's holy Mecca, the heart of Islam, schools had to close on Wednesday as natural storms brought chaotic scenes. Thunderclouds roared over the skies of Mecca and Jeddah, delivering severe consequences with no area spared. Radar data from the National Meteorological Center predicted that heavy rain was not stopping yet, with hail lurking within the approaching clouds. On streets, large advertising signs suddenly collapsed despite the steady flow of vehicles. Winds blew with unmatched intensity, robbing pedestrians of safety and disrupting the normal flow of life in this spiritual place. With the storm intensifying, local authorities issued urgent notices calling for people to stay safely indoors and minimize non-essential travel. Emergency forces day and night are striving ceaselessly to provide necessary assistance to affected residents as the city gradually overcomes losses inflicted by nature's wrath. As dawn broke over the skies of Abha in Saudi Arabia, millions of icy bombs rained down from above on Monday morning, April 10th, bringing an extreme and bizarre weather phenomena. While storms raged, Dammam endured the most ferocious hailstorm, with hailstones large enough to shatter car windshields. Tornado winds howled at a terrifying speed of up to 80 kilometers per hour, forcing all business and education activities to temporarily cease. Traffic jammed. Dense hail like a blank white carpet not only covered every road but also smothered even the lush gardens. Social media videos showed hail piling up in heaps, turning routes into icy terrain, forcing vehicles to halt and stuck. Meanwhile, rescue teams tirelessly plowed every road, struggling relentlessly to mitigate the heavy losses inflicted by the natural disaster. West Michigan suddenly witnessed a spectacular natural phenomena. The Halloween blizzard rapidly blanketed everything, toppling a 113-year-old record in a city on the shores of the Great Lake. Bringing not just the first snowfall of the season right on the Monster Festival holiday, this blizzard was also much heavier in some areas, turning the landscape into a winter wonderland. From cars to tiny tree branches, everything was suddenly cloaked in a pristine white attire, as if they were preparing for a fairy's ball. Residents witnessed the biggest snowfall ever on this costume holiday with non-stop dumping of snow. No one could have guessed Muskegon would set such an impressive new record with 8.8 inches of snow covering the ground. Yesterday went down in history as the snowiest October day Muskegon had ever experienced.
It's heavy, it's snow and sleet, and it's Michigan. Yay!
While the blizzard still embraced the city, rapid response teams tirelessly plowed on, striving relentlessly with the goal of clearing roads and breaking through thick snow piles. The English sky was immersed in a winter painting, with forecasts of more snow and rain sketching disruptions to travel everywhere on Friday. School children in Hampshire got a snow day, quiet under the white blanket. London, the South and Wales saw train services halted and other services also struggling in the bitterly cold weather. Police quickly issued danger warnings advising people to avoid going out in the southern regions under snow coverage. Roofs and steep gravel roads were all white. Meanwhile, Bristol Airport had to suspend all flights. A series of yellow weather warnings for snow and ice were issued covering the South, East England, and South Wales. The Met Office reminded about slip risks from icy patches with sub-zero temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius, challenging even the steadiest footsteps in this freezing week.
Four northeastern provinces of Thailand were submerged under 4-meter-high floodwaters on September 16th due to the impacts of storms Podul and Kajiki. These natural disasters, the two storms, have claimed the lives of 33 people in northeastern Thailand, an area that suffered severe drought just a few months ago. Authorities stated that it would take 3 weeks for the situation to return to normal. In Muban, Rashithani, a province with low terrain usually receiving floodwaters from other areas, water levels rose to 5 meters last weekend and at least 8 people have lost their lives. This has been the worst flood in the province bordering Laos and Cambodia in the last 17 years. Authorities have sent support to the flooded areas, including water pumping machines and evacuation of residents, as well as delivering food, drinking water, and other essential supplies to those stranded.
Typhoon Tailem, a powerful storm, hit the coastal areas of Guangdong province in southern China. As Typhoon Tailem approached the southern coast of China, authorities acted quickly to ensure people's safety. The closure of 68 coastal tourist sites was required to prevent any potential risks to visitors and ensure their health during the storm. Typhoon Tailem knocked down vehicles, trees, and damaged many people's property. Many areas reported experiencing strong and extremely fierce winds that disrupted transportation and knocked down many trees onto vehicles. In addition, 2,700 fishing boats were called back to shore and 8,200 aquaculture workers were evacuated to safety, minimizing potential hazards at sea. Typhoon Tailem became the first storm to make landfall in China this year on Monday night. All people were advised about the danger level as well as finding safe places before natural disasters occurred.
Continuous heavy rain overnight until dawn has caused severe flooding in several areas, particularly in the capital Bangkok and the Rayong province, Thailand, creating a natural disaster that seriously affects the lives of thousands of residents. In the capital, Bangkok, several districts have recorded relatively severe flooding conditions. In some areas, such as roads, water levels rose by nearly 50 centimeters, submerging many cars and other vehicles. Authorities have installed roadblocks and deployed numerous rescue teams to quickly drain water from heavily flooded areas. Since the rain occurred overnight and on the weekend, there were no traffic jams. Regarding the natural disaster in Rayong province, prolonged heavy rain has left several villages and communities deeply submerged in floodwaters. Flash floods occurred, engulfing dozens of houses, causing many residents were trapped in their homes and vehicles.
Heavy rains caused the landslides and floods that swept away cars and destroyed roads in Beijing, as remnants of a storm caused the worst flooding in a decade in northern parts of China. 2 days of rainfall inundated rivers around the western suburbs of the Chinese capital, turning once placid waterways into torrents that flooded into people's homes and destroyed streets. Many cars were flooded and drifting along with powerful floodwaters. All normal daily activities of people were disrupted, directly affecting their lives. According to data from the Beijing Meteorological Bureau, in Montego District, the average rainfall was over 18 inches, while nearby Shanghai had 16 inches of rain. Chinese authorities have not given any estimate of potential financial damage, but warned before the storm made landfall that torrential rains could damage crops and farmland just weeks before the usual autumn harvest. What do you think we need to do to prevent natural disasters from occurring? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below.
The Thai Meteorological Department has announced that the monsoon activity will continue to bring prolonged heavy rains to the capital of Bangkok and over 40 other localities in Thailand until the middle of next week. The agency advises residents to be vigilant against the risks of flooding, flash floods, and landslides due to heavy rain, especially in areas along natural waterways and mountainous regions. All boats and ships should proactively avoid the storm, pay attention to weather updates, and should anchor ashore until the monsoon trough moves away from Thailand. An elderly man on the top floor of a house in Abha and Khamis said, "I wanted to go to the hospital because of cyanitis. I waited since 6 in the morning, but no boat has passed by." The situation in Abha and Khamis has led to the hashtag #SaveUbon being used over 100,000 times on social media platform Twitter.
If you'd like to express your feelings about this video or you have some personal stories to share, please let us know by putting your comments or experiences in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to watch the best and latest videos from us. Please leave your discussion comments below the video comments section. Thank you very much for your keen interest, follow-up, and enthusiastic support. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. For now, we say goodbye and look forward to seeing you in our next videos. Wishing everyone a warm day with your family.